everyone, Jenny here with Callie Jenny's Crafty Stitching. In today's video, we are going to be continuing our Stitch and Chat series. And again, we are going to be stitching on the beautiful pink and silver Christmas fairy from Wattobizz. And I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today as you are watching this. For me, it is Thursday morning of the 6th. It is not quite 5 a.m. I'm doing another one of these filming before I go to work videos. I probably won't get all of it done today, so I will probably be doing a second part of it tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how much time I'm able to get in before I have to go. Anyway, welcome everyone. Welcome back to all of my Stitchy family who have been with me, and a big welcome to all of our new members. Make sure you guys let me know what you are all working on as we are stitching and chatting. And as you know, we usually do towards the end, we read the comments from our last Stitch and Chat. However, I believe we already did that because my last video was actually my 2024 Whip Parade. So if you haven't seen that yet, be sure to go check it out. But I don't think we have any comments to read because that was the last video. Do let me know how you all are doing. I hope you are all doing great. Let me know if you have any fun plans, anything you guys got going on that might be fun and exciting. And again, I do want to say thank you to all of you who share with me all the projects that you are working on while we stitch and chat. I so appreciate that. I just love it. I know you guys might be wondering where my January Whip Parade and haul and all that is. However, January threw me some curveballs, as many of you already know. I lost my mom. And then there was about 3 weeks there that we kept having these winds in Southern California, where I am at in the U.S., and they kept turning our power off. And when they turn our power off here, it's never like for a few hours. You can expect it to be off a minimum 24 hours, if not longer. So I think we had our power turned off 4 or 5 times over a 3-week period. And of course, it was off for a long period of time. So anyway, I didn't get near as much done as I wanted to. So I decided I'm not going to do a January whip update. I'm just going to go ahead and combine it with February. I didn't meet most of my goals anyway. It's on my Merry Mushroom Village picnic. You saw that anyway. You saw a few of the projects when I did my 2024 Whip Parade. You saw a bunch of the stuff that I'm currently working on. So you kind of saw where I was at. I just didn't give out any numbers. One of my goals, though, for January had been sorry, one second. Had been to get at least 500 stitches on my Merry Mushroom Village picnic for the month, and I did do that. And I know that's not a whole lot. Many of you stitch more than that in a single day, but I can't. I also work full-time, so I don't have the time to do that. On the weekends, I can get more in, but I also still have to do all my other chores and stuff that I couldn't do during the week. So I do the best I can. I wish I could spend more time stitching, believe me. So anyway, I did meet that 500 stitches goal. I think a little bit more than that on my Merry Mushroom Village picnic. I did start my calendar, that monthly calendar I showed you guys in a previous video. I did get that started. My goal was to finish each month in its month. For the January portion, I did finish the January portion on February 1st, so late by a day. However, I'm not even going to be able to promise to do that in the future just because I didn't realize how many stitches were in each section. I think when I broke up what the total stitches for the project is by 12, for the 12 months, it was like, I think 3,800 stitches or something like that in each section, which is just really hard for me to believe there's that many. But according to the information, that's what it is. Now, I'm not sure though. That might include, all the blank areas where you don't stitch. But either way you slice it, it's a whole lot of stitches. So we'll see what I can do each month. Like I said, I did manage to finish January, but I finished it on the 1st of February. But also keeping in mind, there was over a week there I didn't stitch at all with my mom. So we'll see what happens. As I had said before, plans are always made to be broken or changed. I did just do a video. You won't have seen it yet by the time this comes out, because that video doesn't come out until Wednesday of next week. But I did do a video on my new Wattobizz kit that I got of Amethyst Angel. And I did get it in, not only did I get it in Max Color, but I also got it in silk. So wait till you see that unboxing. Like I said, that I've already taped it, but it will go live next Wednesday. By the time you'll see this on Sunday, it'll come out 3 days later. And I'm about to start that one. In fact, I might change this kit out. I haven't decided yet for the silk one to get it started. I did also get it in 16 count. And I think that's going to make it easier doing a silk kit in a smaller count. Because typically, like on an 11 count, you have to use 3 strands of floss. And with the silk being so, so slick, the 3 strands don't stay together like they do with regular floss. They just slide all over and separate and want to slide out of your needle. I'm sorry, just moved this. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're still good. Okay. Yeah, so they want to slide out of your needle all the time. Anyway, so because I got this in 16 count, which will be my first time with a silk, I'll only be using 1 strand doubled up in half. And I think that's probably going to make it a little easier to work with. So I'm really excited to try that. Do let me know if you would like to see our stitch and chat on that silk Amethyst Angel one. I know I have asked you guys many times. I know you doesn't really matter for you what I'm stitching on. Oops, hit it again. But if you would like to see it, just let me know. This one here is very comfortable to work on. whether it's a stitch and chat or just in general. It's just a very comfortable stitch. So that's why I keep going back to this one. That and I would like to finish it at some point because she's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Be sure to let me know what you all are working on. And for any of you who are new, if you don't know, I do have a Facebook group as well, which will be linked in the description box down below. I created that just so there would be a place for everybody to share their projects, what they're working on, and where they're at with it. And just to be able to say hi if you want to and connect. It's still a pretty new channel, really just getting started, but you're welcome to be a part of that process. Love to have you. And thank you to all of you who do share your projects on there with me. It's weird, it felt like it got snagged, but I don't feel anything. So we're going to continue on. Yeah, so we find out today about the house. So we shall see what happens. And who knows? Maybe if I don't just go ahead and finish this today, then I'll probably come back tomorrow and do a little bit more filming. In which case, if that happens, I'll let you know if I find out about the house. As you can imagine, it's pretty nerve-wracking waiting. I'm sure all, or at least most, if not all of you, have been there. This isn't my first time buying a house. It was nerve-wracking that time, too. You just never know what you don't know. What could make it fall through. So, I know up to this point, everything is good. But we shall see. One of the things, in fact, the main thing that we have been dealing with, and I guess that's a product now of being in Southern California, is trying to get an insurer. And you have to have one to buy the house. And it's been a real problem trying to get one. So we'll see what happens. On the flip side, I'm really not excited about moving. I really hate moving. And me and the hubby, we're not young anymore. So that doesn't make it any easier, that's for sure. I mean, we have family that will help, but I always feel bad, imposing. I believe we're almost going to have to change a thread already. Can you believe? That's what I mean about how quickly it goes with this kit. It's just so nice. The Wattobizz kits they're just of such a good quality. And I know many of you now are getting Wattobizz kits as well. And I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just so nice. I almost went for the yellow squares again, and we might next time if I continue stitching on this one, but the only thing is they're just white, but because of the darker ink, at least it shows up. I feel like this pink that we're working with today Doesn't show up quite as well against that red, but I know you can see it, so let me just make sure where I'm at. Let me just kind of there. Don't want to get out of frame like I do sometimes. Weather here has been just so weird. At least it hasn't been windy the last couple of weeks, so we haven't had our power turned off. I don't even think it's been 2 weeks, but close to it. If for some reason, if we do wind up staying here, we're definitely going to get a generator, because our power just gets turned off too often. And where we're looking to buy our house, we did ask a neighbor there if they get their power turned off, if, you know, gets turned off ever. And they said that in the 30 years that they have lived in that area, they have never had their power turned off. That's what I like to hear. All right, we're going to have to tie this one off. It's getting too short. I almost called it too close. All right, I'm going to cut that one. We'll get us a new one that I already have prepped. Give me just one moment here. So another thing that I am actually really excited about is Wattobizz is going to be doing another SAL stitch along. Starts in April, I think April 1st. Goes for 1 year till April of next year. And I have already purchased that kit, so I'm excited for that to show up. It's like a dragon's eye, except extra. You definitely have to go check it out. It's wattobizz.ca. They are out of Canada, which is what the CA is for, not California. But you definitely got to go check it out. The colors, OMG, the colors are to die for. So I'm excited about that. So I will be doing that. Be sure to read all about it. I don't know all the details yet. I haven't had a chance to read everything, but I believe if you get it finished in the year, you know, by April of next year, you get entered into a drawing to win a kit. So not only do you get that camaraderie of stitching with your stitchy friends, but you have a chance to win one of her kits. If you can get it finished in the year. And I believe it is, I'm pretty sure it is, 50 by 50, 14 count. So I'm really looking forward to that. Oops, hitting the light. Take a drink of my coffee here. Oh man, it's just been so crazy here with everything that's going on. Sometimes it's challenging to get my stitches in, which is a bummer because that's the one thing I really enjoy doing. I've also, there's kind of a sneak peek. It's a kit. And it's one that I got through Joy Sunday. Hopefully it's not a copyright. But I already had it. So it's God Bless Our Home with some flowers. So that's one I had been meaning to start for a long time. I did go ahead and start that. Took it to work as another work project. I like to have a couple of options at work. Some point, though, I might also bring it home to work on it some more, but we'll see. I got a lot going on, as you know. Again, because of my work schedule, I'm very limited on how much I get to stitch, and yet I've gotten all these projects I'm trying to stitch on every week. So we'll see what happens. I did get my first ever Dimensions kit started, like we had talked about, the one you guys chose, which was the one with the cherry blossom trees. I think it's called Japanese Garden. I did get it started, but it's like maybe 200 stitches maybe so far, because that's the one that usually, if there's not enough time to get to, that's usually the one that I'm not, just because, well, for one, that's on the same day as my Ambulite, and I'm trying to be better about getting work done on that Ambulite kit so I can finish it one day. But I have to say, the one thing that just really frustrates me with that Ambulite kit, and if you have it, maybe you don't have this issue because I know the printings are not all the same, but for me, some of the symbols are just really hard to tell apart. I have had to frog out at least twice, whole section, because it wound up being wrong. So now, I worry about it, and I'm doing a lot of double checking on the paper chart as well, which just slows everything down. Trying to find where you're at on the paper chart just to double check, especially because a paper chart doesn't match your fabric. So it just really slows up the whole process. It's really frustrating. I've run into that a little bit with the European town as well, where some of the symbols are very similar. So I have to keep double checking the paper chart. And that, folks, is why it is important to have a paper chart, because you might need to refer to it to make sure what it is you're supposed to be stitching, what color. Anyway, so I have been trying to make sure I get that worked on. Trying to think of the ones that suffer the most, honestly, right now is probably the Dimensions kit and the Blizzard Valley Sal that I've been working on. Not that one isn't absolutely beautiful. It's just time-wise, just makes it difficult. That one is scheduled for Monday nights, which tend to be hectic. And I don't know, sometimes I'm just not really in the mood to work on that one. I mean, it might be in part because, I'm working off a paper. I made a copy out of it from the book I have, which is where I got the pattern from, is a pigeon coop book. And I love the patterns in there. But for me, again, I think it's, the fabric. I think I really prefer fabrics that feel more like a material, not, I don't know how to describe it. It's not a fan of how it feels, and like, it feels like fake fabric or something. I don't know. And I think it's just because I really wish I could do it. I really wish I could work on these even weave fabrics because I like how they feel better. But my eyes can't see. Now, the fabrics that I have gotten from like Forbidden Fiber Co. and Bestitch Me, even their Adas feel good. So I just prefer that type. So from now on, that will probably be, like, if I'm going to be starting something new, I will get fabric probably from one of them. Like the calendar that I'm doing, I think it's a 16 count Ada Zweigert, the color Oat. I think I got that from Bestitch Me. And that is a really nice fabric to work with. I love it. Or like the one that came in my Stitch Quarterly kit. That one, the one in my Stitch Quarterly kit came from Fiber on a Whim, who I also really love. And that's also an Ada. And it's really nice. It feels like fabric. And I prefer that. And unfortunately, like the one I'm working on with the Blizzard Valley Sal does not. I'm still going to finish it. I am over probably halfway through. So I am going to finish it. But that's the last time that I order any of that kind of fabric. From now on, it's going to be from one of my favorite fabric places. Because it makes a difference, as I'm sure you're all aware. Because some of these, like that one, they almost feel like a fabric paper or something. It just, I don't know, just not a fan. I like the sparkles and everything in that one on the Blizzard Valley, but I don't like the material itself. Make sure we're still in view here. Yeah, okay. Probably got about 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to have to hurry and put this all away and head on to work. Funny, it takes me like around 40 minutes, probably, maybe just over, to go to work. And takes anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half to get home because of traffic. I do not recommend traffic in Southern California. Anyway, so I am enjoying most of my projects. The thing is, I have so many. I wish I could work on everything at once because I just have a lot of very beautiful kits. Let me know if you guys are working on a Wattobizz kit. And if you are, which one? I know Amanda over at Amanda's Crafty Corner I believe just got a couple of her first Wattobizz kits. And I just started one and is did a stitch and chat with it. So be sure to go check that out. Again, anything I mention will be in the description box below. So be sure to check that out. Oh, it's a really pretty one. I've got my eye on that one too. Who knows? I may wind up with it. We'll see what happens. Right now with this whole house thing, I'm kind of on a no-buy. I bought a couple as it is that I probably shouldn't have. But I did. And I don't regret it. And of course, Sinette over on Stitcherella has a lot of Wattobizz kits, and also doing stitch and chats with them. So be sure to check her out as well if you don't already. I'm trying to hear what my cat is up to in the other room. Hear him doing something. Trying to think of what else I haven't shared yet. No, my brain is like all over the place lately. They told me at my work yesterday, one of the other departments that's in a different part of town, the supervisor is going to be going on maternity leave in April for a couple of months. And they've asked that I go over there and help out on Mondays and Fridays. Which I don't mind helping out. But I don't really want to go over to that other building. Because from what I hear, it sounds like it's in a bad part of town. Where a lot of homeless people are. Which is a big problem here in SoCal. I don't know if you guys have any of that where you are. But we definitely have that problem here. I don't know if it's because if you have to be homeless, California is the place to be because of weather. But it's definitely an issue, one that they're trying to work on. But it's hard because, I mean, what do you do? Arrest people for being homeless? Obviously, you can't do that. So, I don't know. All I know is I don't really want to go over to that other building. Let me know what you think. Do you blame me? Or am I right? Anyway, which I did tell them. I said, I don't mind helping out, but I'd really like to do it from my, where I work out of, if possible. So we'll see what happens. I'll definitely keep you posted on that as well. I might actually just wrap this one up for today. It'll be, and I apologize, it'll probably be shorter than it normally is, but it is already almost 35 minutes into it. So if I were to come back and do it again tomorrow, then it would probably be way too long. And I think like the sweet spot for length, because I don't want to bore you guys or, take too much of your time because you're probably watching, I'm sure other people's videos too. And when I did the poll, it seemed like the sweet spot, for people was between 30 minutes and an hour. So 45 minutes is probably a great compromise for everybody. Let me know what you think. Though this one might be a little shorter than that. But not too much. The only thing is now, if I don't, then you won't hear about what happened with the house until probably my next video, which will be, so you would not see it until Sunday of the following week. But I don't even know for sure if I'm going to find out today, so that might be the case anyway. Yes, maybe I won't keep you in suspense and I'll just do like a little post on my channel to let you know. Let me know what you think. And we're almost at the end of this thread too. Jeez. It goes so fast. See how nice it is to work on these kits? And I love doing it, the stitch and chats, using this nerge. It's so nice using this nerge to stitch. I think a couple of you have gotten this. So do let me know what you think of it. I personally love it. It works great for me. But I also got, so unfortunately you can only buy the whole frame with these smaller rods. I think this 30 centimeters or 35 centimeters, whatever it is. So I did also purchase the longer rods that you purchase separately, which is the ones I have on mine. And I have this kit on right now. I don't even use this shorter ones. I just always have this one. All right, let me tie this off here, because we have run out again. So anyway, yeah, for those of you who have gotten this nerge, do let me know what you think of it. Hope you love it as much as I do. And that is going to be a wrap, I think. Yeah, we're at, it'll be long enough. It's close to 40 minutes. I do apologize for it being a little bit shorter, but anyway, just want to thank you guys. You know how much I love you. I so appreciate you coming by to spend this time with me. I feel like you're truly my friends, and I appreciate how you support me. And I love our time together. I love your comments and being able to chat. So thank you so much for just hanging out with me. And anyway, I hope you all have a very safe week as always. I always hope you have a very blessed week, always. And as you know what time it is, I bet you all can say it. 1, 2, 3. Time to get stitchy with it. Bye-bye.